As we continue with the personnel analysis, let us drag and drop them personnel and the prisoners of war on the columns, and we'll take out the day on rows there. Now that's a line chart that we are seeing. Which other chart can we see here? How does it look like? Now that is the personnel analysis, but then for the tree map it does not look as great. How about this? So what do we see here in particular is, right now we have the measure name also they have provided us with. This is an interesting chart because we see that on day 5 or after day 5, there was an overlap between the prisoners of war and the personnel. So we see here that this orange line that we are seeing here is that of the personnel and the blue one is that of the prisoners of war. Now out here it appears a bit too much, where on day 5 the prisoner of war count shot from 0 to 200. Maybe it may have been the case. And then on day 9, until day 9 it stayed 200, and then again it shot up. Now again, are these cumulative values? Well, that depends on the data that we have. But then thereafter we can see some steady increase, and now it's stabilized again at the day of 64. Again, I'm speaking about the prisoners of war. And so this is what we are seeing here. Again, we do not have any data after the 106th day, but the overall total count of personnel that we are seeing here who have either died or maybe injured, that count has been rising steadily, and it has reached as high as 31,500 or 31,250 as we see it. Again, are these cumulative figures or daily figures? That is debatable, but we are not going into that. So this is how your overall analysis appears and looks like. So that is how your personnel analysis appears. Let us do one thing. Let us also review the naval equipment that we have. Now we do not have any. Okay, what is the special equipment that they had? Was it pertaining to? Yeah, we have already included the special equipment. We can see here the vehicles and the special equipment, and so fine. Let us increase this here, and I'm saving it all. So on the personnel analysis also we see that there has been a huge gap against in terms of the prisoners of wars who are being covered on daily basis, and most likely the personnel that we have here, that is appears to be a cumulative figure. So it has been increasing by the day. I'm not sure whether they have died or not died, or is this a casualty count. That all truth never comes out easy. So but then this is how the overall flow appears. Next, let us review the naval ships. Well, we don't have much on the militaries on the naval side. Fine, let's check it out on a separate sheet. The entire equipment that should come up as a pie chart. We need one or more dimensions and one or two measures, right? Fine, so let's take the date. Okay, instead of date we'll take them as month. Yeah, that appears reasonable. And for each of these year, month or date, if I click on this and I change this to month, yes, that is how it will look like. And now let us take the entire equipment. So aircraft, anti-aircraft weapon, APCs, cruise missiles, and let's also see if we can add the greatest losses out here. No, we don't need this. Let's remove this. Again, if we take it on this, right? So for each date, we are able to prepare a side-by-side bars chart, a bars graph, wherein we can see the different military equipment that was destroyed, and these are all measure values typically. Okay, so we need one or more dimensions. Okay, we already have the measure names. Let us see what are the personnel losses that we can see here. No, we don't need that. Right, so we are done with which values? APC, anti-aircraft. Yeah, we need drones as well. Field artillery also we are taking. Fuel tank. So in each month, we are able to see the loss of individual equipment. Now that's a lot of data that we are pouring in. Fuel tank, helicopter, military auto. So what are the names, the filter names? Let us show the measure filters. Show filter. Yeah, now these are the filters that they are showing us. Okay, and we have not added the other filters. We can also add POWs and special equipment and tanks. And so as you change it, the overall spread of all the equipment will change in accordance. But typically we see the loss of lives, or probably the personnel count that we are seeing on cumulative basis, is the highest. Some of it appears to be a bit exaggerated types. And count of Russians, yeah. Fine, so this is how your overall spread will look like. The bar graphs that we have selected here. Now this is how it would appear. That is how. So depending upon the type of graph or the chart that you want to prepare, it is on monthly basis, on daily basis, yes. For each month, on each date, you have the spread available out here for each of the equipment that we have here. So it all depends on what type of analysis you intend to perform. There is nothing categorically that I have picked in over here, but I've tried to cover whatever we can, whatever we could. We don't have much on the seaborne equipment. We only had naval ships, and let us work on a separate sheet that only works on the naval ship. Okay, we are taking it as a column. We can take it as a row as well, rather. But then, yes, there is only one naval equipment that we are seeing here. They have not employed any submarines. If you want to perform analysis on maybe APCs or cruise missiles and drones only, let us take only cruise missiles and drones. Click on show me here, and again let's select this day wise. Yes, so that is a bit of an analysis that we are seeing here. For cruise missiles, for day 67 we are having the data, but for naval ships, it's right from day 1 they are showing us. They're claiming that around 30 naval ships have been destroyed. Again, a lot of this data appears cumulative nature. So but then still, okay, we need not have this worksheet. I'm deleting this worksheet. It's not much to walk across it. This is for naval and missile. It's for the naval and missile equipment. And let us remove the drones or any such that we may have taken. We can retain the drones over here. Are there any missiles that we have added over here? I don't see, so no. Fine, so good, we added the missiles as part of the naval equipment. So then again, we can actually see that in the start of the war, it was steady, and then it has seen a gradual rise. Here also it appears the same way. And fine, so this is what we have, and this is all day-based analysis, which means on each passing day, how was it? Out here also, in case of the personnel analysis or landborne analysis is based on the month, And yes, the airborne equipment analysis is also conducted based on day. So now, depending on each of these that we have added filters also, not on all pages though, not on all worksheets. The tanks are missing, is it? In the landborne equipment? No, we have the tanks. So fine, this is what we have as far as the worksheets were concerned. So with this, I'll now close the session.